Okay, so we are up here above the falls at Widow's Creek. It is unbelievably smoky right now. I mean, just the humidity in the air, you can just see it rising up off the stream, getting caught in this little valley that we're in, which is superb. I was a little worried about the weather coming in because I thought it was going to be sunny, and you know, it looks like in a couple hours we got a big old storm coming in. So, you know, hopefully we can get some fishing done just before then. But I am very happy with the current state of things. This is one of my favorite spots to come to. It's just above the falls. If you come to Widow's Creek Falls, it's like you throw a rock from the parking lot and the falls are right there. So it's pretty popular during the summertime, especially. I mean, you get probably like 50, 60 people there tubing and hanging out in the pool area. But if you actually take the little trail just a little bit further, there's some deadfall. And to the average person, maybe they're like, we don't need to go that far. But for us, you know, if you climb over that log and you head upstream just a little bit more, it opens into this beautiful little valley here. So this is one of my favorite spots to come with Skylar when we have a day off. Okay. But today we're just hoping to, you know, get a couple hours of fly fishing in. Maybe we can catch us 5 to 6 incher rainbow trout. We will see. They're pretty tough out here. This is a wild trout stream. This isn't a typical spot that a lot of people are coming to, which is why I like it. But it is nice and relaxing. So let's get set up and let's do a little fishing. So this is actually a rod that my dad just lets me use. Actually, everything that I own just came from my dad, and I've never owned my own personal pole. It's all just been sort of hand-me-downs from my father, since he's the one who got my siblings and I into fly fishing. But this is just a short little pole from Cabela's. It's called a stowaway. And I've been using this thing for several decades at this point. I mean, since I was 8, probably. And I'm sure there are nicer poles out there, but this kind of gets it done for me, to be honest. One of my favorite flies to use in a stream like this, actually in general, is going to be something like a Parachute Adams. But the thing I like about the Parachute Adams is it's got a little these two little guys right here that split out the top. So when this fly just hits the top of the water, I can see it like easily, you know, which is great. And even if the fish aren't really going for it, I don't care. It's fun being able to see my fly float downstream, because whether I catch a fish or not, it's not a big deal to me. This part of being out here, I get like shaky excited. It's like I just can't wait to start casting, but I have to sit here and do this tedious little knot tie, and so I'm like forced to relax a little bit. So it's just this kind of funny sensation. I want to talk about these Astrals that I just got. This is really the big test for today. I've been looking for some cool, comfortable fly fishing shoes just for like the warmer weather, just to keep me from slipping on rocks and things like that. I typically use a pair of Solomons, which I love. I've been using this pair for like 7 years, but they're very slippery on rocks. So I've been going to shops here and there, and people have been telling me these Astrals are the go-to. And I went to 3 different stores between here and the Smoky Mountains, and they never had a size in what I needed. So the only thing I'm concerned about is on the way in, I mean literally on the way up this trail by the waterfall, I was taking a look at the waterfall, and just boom, both my feet just completely out from under me, and I just ate it. I mean, thankfully I caught it on camera, as you can see. So that's a little concerning. Those are like big sheets of rock down at the lower level of the stream that get very sort of slimy. So, you know, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Now that I'm upstream, you know, in sort of like a smaller area, there's just more scattered rocks. and I'm hoping they still hold up in terms of helping me keep a solid grip, but I'm excited about them, so we're gonna go give them a shot today. So one thing that I'm noticing is that on river, like stuff like this, like, oh yeah, perfect. You know, dirt, anything small like this, you know, that's fine. But any of this bigger stuff where like you got these big rocks, like right here, you kind of have that little section right in here. Anything like that, man, these things are not feeling that safe. I might as well have my trail running shoes. Oh. Ooh. My foot. I stood here and look at that. Just I mean, so kind of tweak my foot there. Just a smidge, nothing crazy. That doesn't feel good because these things are thin, you know? So something that's a little wet like this, where I come to, you know, take a step, you know, this just slides right off. So, I mean, look at that. So, you know, typically if I don't have the right shoes, I try to aim for anything with moss on it. So like this, it's gonna be very grippy, but I'm already just kind of betting on anything with moss on it. These aren't giving me the confidence just yet, so. We caught our first little guy. You know, I don't want to keep him out of water too long, but you know, this is pretty typical. We get a, you know, a good chunk of these as we come out here. Obviously they're much too small to keep, so we just go ahead and let them go. You know, they're taking after this guy. Been getting a couple of hits, but you know, the small guys they're not very smart, so they'll hit anything. So I try not to let that get to my head too much. Probably like 15 to 20 hits in that last little stretch there, but their mouths are so small they can't even wrap their mouth around the hook. So, you know, what you gonna do? Yeah, see. All right, guys, so the verdict, not feeling it. They're floppy, they're very comfortable, don't get me wrong, but you know, my foot's just been slipping in between rocks. They really haven't been gripping whatsoever. And in a way, I feel like they're a little bit more dangerous than if I were to just wear my Solomons. Because at least if I'm wearing my Solomons, I know they're gonna slip on rocks, so I'm extra careful. But with these, I sort of have this expectation of, well, maybe it'll grip this rock, or maybe it'll grip this rock, and then it doesn't, you know? So then I kind of keep baiting myself into something that I think is gonna be sturdy, where I'd rather just be on the alert, you know, full time. For the beach, these would be fantastic, you know, or if, you know, you're doing kayaking or, you know, river stuff where it's just deep and every once in a while you have to step out onto the shore, perfectly fine. But for navigating, you know, rocky little like pools and stuff like what we've got up here, I just wouldn't recommend it. So I'm probably gonna go back to the drawing board, get something with felt on the bottom of it, something that can support my ankle a little bit. But you know, initially that first big fall at the start of the trip here, that was the first bit of water, and then the first thing I did was I busted my butt, and I'm definitely gonna feel it in my lower back and my shoulder tomorrow, because I kind of hit that rock pretty hard. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. It was a beautiful evening out here to just be fly fishing with that misty kind of look to it. You know, I really enjoyed spending a couple hours out here before the sun goes down. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.